We had to get into a giant war with Iran. We had to. Our special ally has invaded this country. We have to support their invasion. I mean, the right to self-defense, right? Here we go. Then they're going to say, oh, there's nothing we could do. We had to get into a giant war with Iran. We had to. Our special ally has invaded this country. We have to support their invasion. I mean, what's happening right now. Fars News, affiliated with the Revolutionary Guards, reported multiple large explosions rocked Tehran. Other Iranian media sites reported that explosions were near or at Imam Khomeini International Airport. Residents have poured into the street, witnesses said. So now, of course, Iran joins Lebanon, Gaza, Syria, Yemen, and I might be missing some countries that have been bombed by Israel, where all the residents in that area flee in panic. Well, if you call IEDs roses, okay, maybe, and here we are again. And remember when the press said, oh, we're not going to make that same mistake, where we just got roped in to tell you lies. Oh, golly gee, we didn't know they were lies. Oh, no, we thought they had weapons of mass destruction. They were about to attack us. Netanyahu and Cheney told us. So we won't do that again. And here we are. And they're saying, oh, no, if you bomb Iran, that'll make war less likely. Yeah, we had to get into a giant war with Iran. We had to. Our special ally has invaded this country. We have to support their invasion. I mean, the right to self-defense, right? They're self-defending themselves all over the Middle East. And lastly, America never declared war, but Biden, where was the goddamn vote? I don't remember a vote. Did Congress vote on a war? Israel is doing self-defense in the middle of Tehran, the capital of Iran. That's where you're doing self-defense? Look, I know, yes, Iran helps the proxies of Hezbollah and Hamas, because Iran help other people fight back. And so, of course, they too had to be occupied, like southern Lebanon and northern Gaza and the West Bank, and on it goes. And soon, maybe they'll be occupying Iran and say, well, we had to. I mean, we had to take all of these countries for our self-defense. Okay, Mondial, what are your thoughts?
Listen,
I don't want any of them lost. I care that they are worried about the Hezbollah rockets that never land. I get it. They're still worried about it. I get it. And some tiny amount now have begun to land. But when you then go bomb Iran, as they did when they killed Ismail Haniyeh, when you go do endless assassinations in their territory, then you're not going to be dealing with Hezbollah, and this is not a Hezbollah issue, this is not a Lebanon issue, this is not a Hamas or occupied territories issue. This is Israel definitely attacking Iran first. So, I know, Israel thinks, no, we're sainted. It's everything we do, all the slaughter, all the decades there. You're not worried about Iran's military. They're there, the US troops are there to get hit so that the US can fight this war for Israel. And then the lying politicians, the lying media that we have. Poor Israel. Oh, we never did anything to encourage them. Oh, Biden, he's such an innocent victim in this. And the Republicans too. Well, why'd you give them $4 billion every year? Why'd you give them $26 billion to reward them for the genocide and ethnic cleansing that's happening in Gaza? When somebody does something and you give them $26 billion for it, they don't view that as a red light. They view that as a green light. That is not complicated unless you're a moron, mainstream media reporter who's like, oh, I don't know. Gee, golly, I don't know how Israel got the idea that we're in favor of all of their aggressive wars against all of their neighbors. So at this point, we've got political ramifications that are going to happen here as well. And we should have bombed them earlier. So Trump is definitely in favor of starting this war. If you think he's anti-war, he's on tape saying bomb their nuclear facilities. How is that anti-war? Okay, if you're just not on this planet and you think starting a war is anti-war, okay, just understand that you're actually living in a mental asylum. And then Kamala Harris also totally guilty, 100% guilty. A million opportunities to say, I'm going to cut the funding if they keep doing this. And she's like, no, beloved Israel, I will serve them forever and ever and ever. Okay, both of you trying to lose the election. America doesn't want this war. This is not America's war. This is Israel's aggressive war to occupy northern Gaza, to occupy southern Lebanon, and to start a giant war. And do you know why they're picking on Iran? Why are they going after Iran? You think it's because of rockets that don't land? You can solve that in one day. You can end the occupation and nobody's, I know, oh yeah, they're all anti-Semites. They all want to kill us for no reason. Not because we're occupying them, but for no reason. Because you know those dirty terrorist savage Muslims, right? The whole point, the ideology that the Palestinians cannot be free because they are too violent is racist at its core. Everyone who makes that argument is racist at their core. There is no such thing as any human being who's too violent to make peace and who can never govern themselves. That they're such savages that they can never govern themselves. Right now, the terrorist government of Israel says the Palestinians will never be free. They voted for it in their cabinet. They said, we are never ever going to give them a Palestinian state. What would you do? If you were in Texas, if you were anywhere, what would you do? If someone occupied your land and said, I can cut off your food, your water, I can kill your family anytime I want. And I'm going to come and bomb you and kill you and detain you and occupy you. But if you fight back, you're a savage terrorist. So if you fight back,